G'day, Aussie Bonsai Bloke here, go!
Today we've got this almond tree. Got my old almond tree here. Just wanted to show you in full blossom what it looks like. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of flowers on here. Massive display of flowers, which is awesome. Bloody awesome. In fact, I reckon this is probably the best display it's put on for me. Absolutely brilliant. There's a few flowers that haven't opened on the bottom branches yet, some on the side here. But overall, I think this is the best it's going to look, because some of the flowers are starting to fall off on some of the petals are starting to fall off the flowers on some of the original ones. And I didn't want to risk having a windy day where it all blows off, and then when I do a video it looks pretty crap. So I thought I'd do it now for you. Really excited to show you this tree. Absolutely love this tree. At this time of year when it's in full flower, it looks awesome. And if you let the almonds grow, that looks pretty cool too, having the almonds on there. I do find with the almond tree, if you let the almonds grow, because they're quite big for the size of the tree, one time I left about 15 almonds on and they all developed. I ate them. We've got some old photos of me eating them, and they were good, but I find that drained a fair bit of energy out the tree, and I ended up with no real growth that year. Just a lot of flowers, a lot of almonds, and very little growth. The flowering, I don't think the flowering takes too much out of the plant. I think it's more if you let the flowers then develop into an almond. I might let a couple almonds develop just for the heck of it. The rest I might cut off. But yeah, pretty cool. So I've had this tree 9 years. Collected it from a root sucker from my parents' almond tree, and I've been working on it, and it's looking pretty cool. Like I say though, if you've kept, just give you a bit of a spin there. I don't know if that might even go out of frame. I'll have to have a good look at it later. But anyway, if you've kept up with most of my videos, you would have heard me talk about this tree in the past, or when I repotted it actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this branch off at the back. Make sure you can see this. Yeah, you can see it. I'm going to chop that branch off at the back here, because that gets really fat there, in massive inverse taper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to air layer it so that we get another almond tree out of it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. We'll work that out later, but I think we're going to air layer it and keep it, because, you know, it's getting fairly old now, and I think this tree was 10 years old when I collected it. I counted the growth rings when I cut it. So now it's nearly 20 years old, this tree. Nearly a 20-year-old tree. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, air layer that one off, cut it back. And then what you'll end up with is, on this side of the tree, which is the front, this one will stay because this one's a separate little branch there. So these flowers here will stay. But where my hands are here, that will go. So what you can see there is what will stay. And then this will develop out here, and I think it'll look pretty cool, you know. I'm really looking forward to developing this tree a bit more. I love this tree in flower. Looks absolutely awesome. And if we had a smell cam, oh man, you could get high on that. Just the almond smell of those flowers is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. They should make deodorant or perfume out of almond flowers, I reckon. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, no, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, so that's the almond tree. I'll give you a bit of a spin on the way out. Oh, another thing, hang on, I'll just check. Been yabbering away for a while. No, we've still got a bit of time on the camera. Just checking to make sure it didn't cut out on me. Didn't want to lose some of the audio. Another thing too, I haven't been posting much lately, and mainly I've just been too busy around the house because we're in sort of getting into late winter now here in South Australia. We're getting into late winter. Haven't had a lot of rain. We've had enough, but not a lot. And what I was going to say is the reason I haven't been doing videos is I'm getting the lawn area ready. And I had to excavate a lot of rocks by hand. I don't have machinery for it. I've got the tractor, but that's too small to do it. I'll break it trying to push rocks out. So I've had to do it by hand, jackhammers, sledgehammer, crowbar, and I've had to get rid of a heap of rocks out the front. I'll give you a look at that and show you what I've got up to. And now it's just a dirt patch with pop-ups. I've installed the pop-up sprinkler system. The water pressure here is really low, so what I've done also is I've connected a pump to a tank, an old poly tank that was no good for rainwater, it was just too dirty and filthy, and I've converted it to a river water tank, a dirty water tank, and I've got a pump on that now. And that pump now is going to irrigate the lawn, give enough water pressure, because my water pressure is really, really crappy here. I've just got it basically trickles out, so I'm going to end up with a ball valve in the tank to keep the tank full, and then when I need to water, I water with a pump. And another bonus too with all that system for the lawn is I'm tapping into it for my bonsai now, so instead of having 6 lines have to run to water all my trees, I reckon I can get it down to 2 or 3 lines running, and I've got a timer for that, so I should be able to set my timer back up again rather than manually do it, and that should make it really reliable, extremely reliable during summer, because in the past the water pressure varies so much. One day you'll have almost nothing and it'll just come out in misters and it'll just fall down, and trees will, you know, dry out. Whereas now there's a full mist, full water pressure, and it really wets every tree now. So I'll try and show you that in this video during the week. So it'll probably be about 4 days before I post this actual video. But you won't know that anyway. You'll think it's just happened all in the same day. And I'll just show you. I'll show you the misting and the lawn and the new pump, my new system, the tank, and I'll show you it all. So you'll get a good run about the yard, and it should be pretty interesting for everyone. I'm pretty keen now, you know, to hook it up for the bonsai. I did my first watering on the bonsai today, and it was like old times when I was on high pressure water. It was just, and just, you know, misted all the canopies and everything, gave everything a good flush. Whereas when I've had the crappy water pressure I've had for the last summer, all that's happened is it just trickles out onto the roots, and the top doesn't get a good wash, you know, and you end up with a dusty, dirty top. And I think they look quite good when they get a bit of water on them. Anyway, so I'll show you the lawn, all the system, the tank, what I've been. Well, I yabbered on that much that it cut out, but only for a second. It's alright. So, I'll show you the watering system, the tank that I've got going, the lawn, all the rocks I pulled out lawn. I'm not joking, I pulled about 20 tonne, at a guess, could even be 30 tonne worth of rocks out of the front yard to make it flat, because there was a big ridge really big ridge of rocks straight through the front yard in front of the house. And for the past 30 years this house has been in and no one's bothered to do anything about it, but I thought, bugger that, turning it into lawn, going to make it nice and flat. So I've got rid of all those rocks, 20 to 30 tonne, like I said, a lot of manual labour, like I said, with a crowbar, hammer, jackhammer, and yeah, got rid of that. So I'll show you that, and I'll probably turn on the pop-ups for you. But anyway, I'll give you another spin of the tree on the way out. I'll give you a few close-ups of the flowers as well, they look pretty cool. G'day, welcome back to Aussie Bonsai Bloke. Well, here we are having a bit of a look around. You can see I've on the trampoline now. I put the top down so the wind doesn't blow that away. Got a few weeds here, I've been a bit lazy spraying them. But this is where the main time's been taken up, is looking after, well, not looking after, but getting this lawn going. Well, not lawn, but flattening it out so that I can have lawn. I just got to wait for it to warm up. In the next few weeks it's going to start warming up, and then I'm going to put some lawn down and start growing. So this here's the flat area. I'll just show you how much. Just there, you see that pile there? That pile of rock there all came out of here. That there was a big ridge of rocks along here. All pure rocks. So I had to pull all the rocks out and then level it back out. And it was extremely, you know, up and down all over the place. So got it pretty flat. It's not perfect, you know, but it's pretty good. Also got me irrigation in now. Kids have put these stepping stones so you don't have to walk on the ground if you don't want to. Bit of fun for them. Bit like the old hopscotch. And then I put this in the ground. So what we do here, so we've got some manual taps here, and if I turn this one on here, pump starts up. Might be able to see the sprinkler line started up out there. Pretty cool. What do you reckon, dog? Hey? I was trying to show you the dog, but he was being a bit crazy. Plus, I think I've got it zoomed up. Yeah, there we go. What do you reckon, Leo? Leo? Good? What do you reckon, bud, hey? What do you reckon about all that water, mate? Isn't that good? You going to play in that later? Oh yeah? In summer? You're going to be jumping around in that? You will, won't you, hey? Okay, so that's that. I'll turn on the next one. You can see them coming up. So that's pretty cool, pretty easy. And let's do the last one, just for the hell of it. Turn the last one on. So 3 different stations because the pump's not big enough to do the whole lot at once. I'll just give you a walk around while it's watering here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's going to be good, you know. Going to have an area for the kids to play on. Later on tonight, I'm going to hook up some spotlights there. I got them for the wife's birthday. Spotlight there. Spotlight there. She wasn't too impressed that she got a spotlight for birthday, but it was only a bit of a joke really. She got some Kmart vouchers, so that kept her happy. The spotlights were just a bit of a joke, just to trick her to think that's all she got. And she pretty well fell for it. She was a bit down on her present. So that's that. That's why I've been so busy, why I haven't been making videos too much. But I'll get this one up, and there should be a reasonably steady flow of them now because I've got a lot of work to do. I've got a lot of repotting, and just all sorts of work to do, trimming, wiring, training before it all shoots, because in the next month everything that I own is going to shoot. I'll give you a quick look out there as well and show you some stuff has started to shoot. Okay, so what I've got to do, I've got all these pruners which all need cutting back and styling right now because they're just starting to shoot and it's almost too bloody late. And then I've got this Chinese elm. Seriously, everything's getting on top of me again. I know I thought I'd keep it under control this time, but spring's coming up bloody quick, too quick. You look at this, this is a ash, mountain ash. All new leaves on. That thread graft I did for this one that I carved out is starting to shoot also. So yeah, I think I've only got a few that I've got to cut back and trim. Also I've got to cut back my hawthorn forest quickly before it shoots again. It's already just starting to swell a bit, so I've got to get in there real quick. I might even not do videos and just go through and trim it real quick, not even wire anything, just trim everything really quick because it's going to be not long and everything will have shot. This one here, this is starting to go, this is the bottle brush. Anyway, that's it. So that's why, you know, the front lawn's why I haven't been doing too much, and it sort of distracted me from the bonsai again. Everything seems to distract me from it. I keep trying, but keep running out of time. Alright, so I'm going to try and do more videos like I said. I'm going to do a repot on this one very soon. So this one should have a repot in the next week or so. You can see all the weeds in there. I haven't bothered weeding it because I know I'm going to give it a repot, so that one should be fun. No worries. Cheers, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers. Another thing I thought I'd show you, this is a little house I made for the pump. So everything's coming off this big poly tank now. I'm going to have the low pressure river water flowing into there. Then I've got a line going here to the pump. I've still got to set up a float valve for there. At the moment I'm just putting a hose in the tank, but I'm going to set up a float valve. Then I've got the pump which pumps it around. As you can see, there's a pump. She's on standby, she's ready to go. Got it caught on the corner here, hang on. I had to put oil all over it because the old termites. The termites were getting into the wood, so I put oil all over it all. See how that goes. And also I'll just show you. Okay, so now also I've put in another tap here, so I've got a high flow tap which runs from the pump. So you can see it puts out a fair bit of water. That's that one. I'll show you the other one. I've also got another one on the bonsais here. You can see they've just started up there. What it means now is instead of having 6 stations, which I had before, I can run everything on only 3 stations now. So I only need 1 controller. So I'll get the automatic controller back out. It's going to be a lot more reliable system. And this summer it should be a lot better. So you can see it's putting out a lot more water. Before it was only putting out half as much as that. And I was only running 1 line at once, so I had 6 lines. Now I'm running 2 lines, or 2 lines together, which makes it 3 lines all up, and it's putting out lots of water. So as you can see, it's really going hard. Anyway, so that's pretty cool too. No worries. Cheers, and I hope you enjoyed it. And keep watching, because there's going to be that repotting of that big olive. No worries. Cheers. That's about it. So that's the update of what's been going on and why I haven't been posting much. I've been just so flat out outside. No worries. Cheers for watching. Aussie Bonsai Bloke. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers. Oh, also, I'll show you, actually I'll do it now. There's a little bit of different moss in here. It's pretty cool. I haven't had this moss before. Normally I have this nice green moss here. But I'm actually getting this moss here, which has all that different highlights and stuff looking about it. Looks really, really cool. And I've got that growing in a few trees now, so it'll be really cool. I'm going to try and cultivate that and keep it going. A few bits there, not too many, but there's another tree outside that has that same moss. You can see it, it's really highlight, it's really cool. And there's some in the front here. It's a different type of moss, I've never had it, so that's really cool. Anyway, I'll give you a spin on the way out. And I'll catch you next time. Cheers for watching, Aussie Bonsai Bloke. Cheers. Okay, here's another tree here. Ooh, nearly fell over a bloody rock. That's why they call this place full of rocks. Anyway, this tree here, the reason I'm showing you is it's got that moss on as well. See that moss? It's really cool. Different type of moss, never had it before. Really keen to cultivate it and get it on everything because it looks so cool. Anyway, you can see it looks like snow or something, you know, so good. Be interesting to see how that moss goes in summer. So cool, such good moss. I'll try and do a real close up, ready? Oh, that's as close as it's going to go, but that's pretty damn close. Almost got the phone touching it. Cool, alright. Got some moss there, a little bit around the front. Gonna try and cultivate it. No worries.